Hey, everybody. While we're waiting for everybody to come in, I know many are over at Granny D's going to join us later, hopefully. I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit. I do know what this is for now. For anybody that wants to know, I do know what it's for. We'll talk about it later, I guess. Wonder if it'll stay. Maybe. Hey, Danny, I see you too. Hey, what do you think? I have a hat on my shoulder instead of a chip. What do you think of that? I don't know where I could put it. Nobody will see it. Oh, goodness. Well, forget it. It's not going to stay. I want to tell you, Danny, I have a hat on my shoulder. Yes, I know. It fell off, didn't it? My head grew. Hey, Rumi. Oh, Sadie, you're still up? What are you doing up so late, honey? Oh, yay. Debbie, hi. How are you? Hey, Rumi. Everybody have their drink handy? Their coffee, their tea, their whatever? Everybody wants to just say hi. I'll wait a couple minutes before we start because I've got lots to talk about today. I have it's a school holiday. Oh, school holidays. What kind of holiday do you have over there? Christy, hi. How are you, honey? I think it's been a while since I've seen you, isn't it? I'm kind of cleaning up. I don't know why, but I'm shaking like I'm nervous. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Hey, Junkernecker. How's it going? Granny D Raid. All right, all right, all right, all right. Wow, is it like spring break or something like that? Hey, Quilty. Your yarn cave? Have you been hiding out in your yarn cave, Christy? Ah, I don't know if I'm picking up on somebody else's anxiety. I sure hope not. I don't know what y'all got to be anxious about. Oh, oh, sorry about that, Becky. Well, maybe Granny D will pop in and you can say hi to her then. Jojo. Hey, girl. Hey, Jill. And Mare. Hi, honey. I haven't seen you in forever. Are you doing okay? I know it's been a really rough go for you, honey. Hi, Leanne. Am I yelling at everybody? I don't mean to yell. Oh, okay. So you're a pro at this, girl. You're a pro. Melissa, sweet Melissa. Hi, Carol. Nice to meet you. And Diane. Hi, honey. Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was. I know I had to. My mom was having a really rough time. Hi, Jane. How are you, honey? I've already got my reminder set to come and watch your is it a premiere or your live? Yes, thank you so much. This is my finished season of the Granny. And like Joe would say, hashtag season of the Granny. Oh, Sherry, how are you? Been missing you too. Where have you been? All my buddies are haven't seen you in so long. Hey, Dora Beth. For those of you that don't know, uh, Dora Beth is that yarny zebra. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a premiere, like how I'd never done a premiere, but premieres are kind of set up like a live, but a little bit different. I didn't know. Oh, I hope you're feeling better, Sherry. Originally said at 8, but I could be misremembering. All right. Oh, you guys are so amazing. Thank you for popping over. I'm sure Dee is going to pop over here in a little bit. She probably has to take a quick break. Let me grab a sip of my coffee. While we're starting, um, do you have that flu, Sherry? Ugh. What's in your cup? Mm. And Wildflower Loops has won twice today, 2 times. So if anybody knows Wildflower Loops, I think, is it Connie? I'm thinking Connie. I'm not sure. Coffee. All right, Linda. Somebody's behaving with the green tea in the cup. All right. Oh, Beth, you're doing so good, honey, with the water. Fiber in your cup? Are you talking like yarn fiber? Coffee. Yeah. Hey, maybe just a dash of whiskey will keep everything else at bay. A margarita. All right. Yeah, Sherry. There you go. I remember when I was very little. I mean, very, very little, probably like 5, 4, 4 or 5 years old. I remember my mom and dad had guests over, and every once in a while they would have. Okay, well, Cynthia, what are you drinking? If you having some water or tea? And I remember I had gone to bed, and because mom and dad put me to bed because they wanted to visit with their company, and I came out and they had this red Kool-Aid stuff in their cups, and I wanted some. Yeah, I think. Well, you know what? It must have been. I must have been younger than that. I think I was probably like 3 because I was still having a pacifier, and my mom took the pacifier and dipped it just a little teeny tiny bit in her wine and said, "Here." And you know what? I went back to bed, went right to sleep. Water, good girl. Mm. Sadie, that's cute. You live and breathe fiber, don't you? That's good. Good, good, good. Yeah, Danny, you're right. Yeah. And the only reason she used the wine is because that's what they were having. But I do remember many times, hey Shell, hey girl. Many times they would actually, my grandmothers, I know all my grandmothers, they didn't have money for going to the doctors all the time, right? They would always have a little rum or a little whiskey or a little bourbon or something in the house, put it in a little drop, little, not I say a drop, but maybe a teaspoonful in your orange juice or your whatever you're drinking, and go to bed. You wake up, you've always felt better. Really? I thought they were all closed already, Sherry. That's true. All right, guys. I don't know if you could tell by the title today, but I do have an agenda. And I thought we could have some actual content today. Okay? Yeah, I don't have an AC more down here, so I don't keep up. Really, Leanne, isn't it beautiful? I've never seen anything like it. I mean, either a button is totally glazed or totally unglazed, right? Carol, that's very interesting. Interesting. Okay. So today we're going to talk stash. Not trash, but stash. Okay, y'all ready? Oh, Shell, good for you. You'll have to post pictures. Yeah, you're a little bit. Wait a second. Knit Crate comes out of. Oh, yeah, you're further up north. That's right. Yeah. And people lived a long time with those homemade remedies, right? Okay. So here's how I'm going to work this. I'm going to uh, show the question, and I'm going to answer it while I give y'all to type up your answers, okay? Amy, where have you been, girl? Miss you. Okay, so here we go. Remember, oh, Joe, you'll get it. Remember, get your fingers ready to type in answers. Ready? How do you store your yarn? How do you store your yarn? Do you use totes? Do you have a dresser? Do you have a nightstand? Do you keep it in the bags? I personally, as you can see, I have shelving, and I keep that there. And down underneath, I've got some in bins. I have one bin, and then shoe hangers. Oh, Jill, I used to use shoe hangers. All the above. In cube storages, yeah, okay. Totes, bookcase. Now, Sherry, you say in bags. Are you talking about like store bags? You know, bags that you buy them in, or different kinds of bags? Hey, crotchety, how you doing? It's I think it's Marianne, right? Marianne, zipper storage. Okay, I think you said mean bags, right? Zipper storage bag, tote shelves. Oh, okay. Everywhere. Crates and storage boxes. Okay. All right. Because I was just watching one of your videos early this morning. So here's the next follow up question to that. All right. Hey, Alpaca. Hey, honey. Good to see you. Follow up to where do you store your yarn? Why did you choose that way? And I put choose in parentheses, obviously, because sometimes you don't choose, right? Sometimes it's just there because that's it. I chose this way because I like looking at it. And even though, hi, sweet tea. Hi, honey. Aw, small apartment. Yeah, you don't have as much room when you got a small apartment, right? So, yeah, I store mine in these wooden crates stacked up on top of a bookshelf that's underneath it. And then this right here, this is a bookshelf right here. And I've got yarn stored on it. And then up in that little basket tub there. And I just like looking at it. I like neatness. I like keeping like things together. Oh, well, see, Sadie, that's good that you've got it stored in totes then, right? In the basement on shelves so it keeps clean. All right, Amy, good. Hi, Nightingale. Jill, how do you store your yarn? Somebody, Denny's saying you've got a great way to store your yarn. Well, Sadie, you know what? You say that, but there are a lot of people who don't realize that, you know? Well, good, Sherry. When you grow up, right, Jane? When I grow up, I'm going to have a room just like Jill's. Okay. So, next question. Now, this probably oh yes, I did see yours, Jill. I did see it, and yes, I love the way you've stored it. Now, this kind of is a follow up question. Not if you have it out like mine on bookshelves, you know, or whatever that you can see it, but how often do you look at what you have stored? How often do you look at it? Obviously, I look at it every day. Every day I see it. Daily, every day. Who are we fangirling? Did I miss somebody? Every day. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Okay, those of you that are saying 2 to 3 times a week or, you know, a couple times a week, hi, Carmen. Tell me, remind me where you have it stored, because if it's in totes, I understand that. Or if it's in a different, if it's in a closet or in a basement or something. Ooh, Carol, good one. Every time you want to start something new. Yeah. Right. If it's not in view, you got to pull it out every once in a while, right? We missed you too, Jill. And yes, they are very much blessings. I am honored that both of you are in my live right now. Thank you, both Jane and Jill. Thank you so much. Hi, Unchained. How are you? We've just been asking some questions for those that are just now coming in. Excuse my apish kind of itch here. Sorry. So we're talking about storing, right? We're talking about storing. So where do you store your yarn? Why did you choose that location? And how often do you look at your yarn? Oh, that's terrible. Knee pain is the worst. Carmen, you've got it all over the place, huh? And you have it in every room. JoJo's got a great room. Yes, she does. Yeah. You have to be very creative when you live in a small space, don't you? Oh, Pat, go put your windows up. Yeah, don't get. I know there's a lot of people who hit 100. 100. Yeah, right. 1,000. Did I tell you guys? Did y'all watch that video where I told you about what happened to me the other day when I was looking up yarn storage on YouTube? Hey, Karen, how are you? Oh, Cynthia, that's amazing. I, those milestones are so great. Yeah, you got to start somewhere. That's right. Oh, yeah, there you go, Carmen. Have Jay go out there and make you something. Okay, let's go to the next question, shall we? Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate it. Keely, oh, hi, honey. My Australian English Austrian friend. Okay, so next question. How often do you shop your stash before buying new? How often do you shop your stash? And I have to be honest, very rarely. I kind of know what I have, and if I get duplicates, yeah, that's all right. More duplicate, more yarn. Oh, wow. Mare, you are really good. Yep, yarn bands. Yep. Oh, me and Cynthia are same minds here. Never. Oh, Jill, well, you know what? Not often enough. Well, I don't even worry about it anymore. I've decided to take a laissez-faire kind of. I was on a yarn ban when I first started this year. And Oh, yeah, Nightingale, that's the way to do it if you only have so much room, right? So the other day, I have to tell you this. So the other day, I didn't, I woke up and I didn't feel like going to work. Now, y'all have to know I'm the breadwinner. I mean, husband gets disability, but I have to go and work, right? So I said, do I have to go to work today? You know what he said? If you want more yarn, yeah. So guess what? I went to work. Mental health day. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Cynthia. There are so many similarities. It's almost scary, isn't it? Wait a minute. You promise your husband you'll stop buying yarn when you see some on sale? Does that mean that you don't hardly see any sales? Y'all are so good. You know what, Alpaca? I know I should know your name, and I'm sorry. I don't have it right in front of me. Wait a minute. I'm going to look it up. Don't tell me. Don't tell me unless I don't have it written down. I don't have it written down. You got to tell me. So anyway, yarn hoe, right, Joe? Joe, the yarn hoe. Um, See, the thing is, well, we're going to get to that. Hold on a second. Don't get ahead of me now in these questions and these answers because y'all are answering questions I haven't asked yet. So, as far as shopping for yarn, well, we'll get to that here in a little bit. Okay, now this, we're all hookers, yeah. And some of us are bistitual, just saying. So, when do you buy new yarn? Now, this is a very interesting question. Oh, Pat, I'm sorry. The last question was, how often do you shop your stash before you go out and buy new? Okay. So, here, this is a two-parter. Okay. So, and this is a very honest, I want everybody to be really honest, okay, with this question because I really believe this. When do you buy yarn? Do you do it as pick me up, like as in retail therapy, or because it's on sale, or you need it for a project, or somebody suggested it? I hope I'm not missing anybody. As needed, okay? So just when you need it. Because I want to tell you something. This is a big one for me. This it really is a big one for me. And I have to be honest, okay? There are some days when I get off work or I've had a really long day with Happy Mama and Seagal, you're supposed to, okay, um, you're supposed to be in bed, Seagal. Um, so I get depressed. And even if I go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I feel better coming out. And sometimes it's just with one skein of yarn or a new hook or whatever. I I really do use this. To me, it is cheaper than therapy, you know. Oops, I'm sorry. And here's the other ones. I try only to buy it when it's on sale. However, There are times when I have a project. Hey, little Zinnia. Um, there are times when I have a project that I want to do and I see yarn and it's not on sale. If I go into, especially now, I don't go into Hobby Lobby unless the yarn is on sale. But if I go into Michael's, even when there's no sale going on, I will try to buy something. I mean, I always have a project that I think I want to do, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, we're doing a lot of, but Danny, you know, if we have it now, there's a big difference between doing retail therapy and you don't have any budget for it, right? I mean, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put us in jeopardy, right? And so I wouldn't put us in jeopardy. But if I have an extra $5 in my pocket or in my account, I will do without a hamburger or I will do without my favorite nuts or whatever um and get a skein of yarn. That's just how I am. And obviously if I have a project that I know I'm going to need more yarn for, you know. Oh, I know. I know, Danny. I know you don't mean nothing by it. It's just but I know we need to there comes a time. We know we joke about it. We do. We joke about things sometimes, and our husbands might joke, or our parents, or coworkers. Um, that's right. All that money that you save not you buying cigarettes, right? Um, anyway, so I just I challenge you all. Let's just be honest. Let's just call it what it is. Sometimes we just go. We don't have any reason for going shopping for yarn, and it's okay as long as we're not putting our own, um, yeah, right, reallocation of yarns. Okay, now this is a very interesting question, and I want you to think about what you've got going right now. Um, how do you decide what yarn to use on a project? How do you decide? Well, you know, most of the time, I buy the yarn and then I decide on the project. And only because it speaks to me. I know that sounds kind of weird. Some yarns scream something to be worn, right? Um, and then there's other yarns that, oh, I really like them, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Okay, good. All right. So you come across a pattern or a tutorial that you say, "Oh, that is really cool. I want to make that." And so you go and buy the yarn if you don't find it in your stash. Is that what it is? Now sometimes, I'll okay, I'll give you a for instance. On my Ardith blanket that is not progressing very quickly at all, I must say. Or um yeah, photos, pictures, or tutorials. Um, and then my temperature blanket that I'm making, I went to my stash and I went into my scraps. Okay, that's where I went, and I've got a 3 drawer clear drawer, one of those drawer bins, those plastic ones from Walmart, and it's full of scraps. And I call scraps anything where I've used just a little bit of the skein. I try. I mean, I although I do have some used skeins, but I know they're precious. Like a there that purple yarn that I've got. I'm gonna pull it up just a little bit. That yarn right there is wool that I bought when I was in Germany. And hey, Jill, stay on for just a second when I get done asking the questions and I'll answer, okay, about the temperature blanket. Um, anyway, I bought that yarn in Germany 8 years ago and it's still sitting there because I'm waiting for the perfect project to make with it. And hey, Whisper, I just haven't had something pop out to me. I when I was there, I was encouraged to go ahead and buy it and make something to remind myself of the time that I spent in Germany. And they had purple, and I thought I had five, but I have four skeins of it, and I'm just you know I want to have the perfect thing, and I haven't found it yet. Now, the yarn itself is pretty and soft to touch with your hands, but all right. So, Jill, you speak German too, huh? Eine kleine bisschen. um, yeah, and I'm working on one. There's a couple people working on one, and I can refer you to a channel that will talk about that specifically. Um, anyway, I might have to pair it with a softer yarn. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Two more questions left. If you get a yarn just because it's on sale or retail therapy, how do you decide what to get? Okay. So you're just going into Michael's, or you're just going online to Hirschner's, or you're just going to, here, I'll cover my stash, or you're just going to wherever. Um, what do you decide what to get? Now, for me, oh yes, Keely, that is exactly what I do. That's what I do. And I generally go, can you tell? I go for purples. And then I got purple on, and then all of my teals are like behind my chair. All the teals. Um, I think it's no, it's not Fiber Flux that I'm thinking of, but there's somebody else too. Uh, but I go by the color. I love purples and berry colors. I love teal and turquoisey colors. And then I like going for feeling of something. And especially if there's something that I've never worked with before, like a certain fiber that I've never felt before, then I really like it. Like, let me see. I have some 42nd Street Yarn Bee yarn, and and it I saw it in the store and I just had to have it. I mean, yeah, it was on sale, but I had to pick up one color, and I got a color that I know one of my aunts would like. See, so and I made her two cowls out of it. And I don't normally work with fingering weight, and that's what it is. Let me pull it down here real quick so you guys can see. Okay, so excuse my backside for just a moment. All right. This is 44th Street, excuse me. 44th Street. And this color is blush and it's a light, it's more like, I only see two strands, okay? There's only two strands in here. I don't think you'll be able to see it. So what I did with this yarn is I set it in a little basket and I drew from the inside and from the outside. And and it has the most beautiful drape and it's so soft and it's fuzzy and I love it. No, it's nothing like the latte cakes. This is nothing like this has fuzz. I mean, it's like a fuzz. Whereas the latte cakes has more like a feathery kind of look. Sherry, have you worked with this? I mean, I have this color and I have a burgundy, and I want to use those two together, not together like one strand of each. Although I could do that, but I do want to use them together and make something beautiful. Whatever it is, it'll be very drapey. Maybe, well, it's got a fuzz on it, so I might not want to make anything for the summer. So I'm not sure yet. And then I found a very, very light minty green color. It's beautiful. And I still want to, yeah, Sherry's kind of hard. I mean, I tell you what, a winter, a not a, I would say like a winter shawl, you know, well, not so much a shawl, but like a really pretty, intricate, uh, long scarf, you know, that you could put under a really nice wool coat. Oh, that would be really pretty. So anyway, that's what I go for. I At the time I saw these, they did not have any teal or yeah, the wrap, it would look pretty as a wrap. And there's, oh goodness, there's like 540 yards. There's plenty in here for a wrap. But if you want it to be a little bit thicker, you might, here, I'm going to pull a little bit out so you can see. Oh, wow. And I will say, I did have to frog a little bit of it. It's not the easiest to frog. Okay. So be very gentle with it. If you use a larger hook, see, there's only, I'm trying to, there we go. There's only two strands. So I don't know how they're considered. I guess they think because of the fuzz, they're adding a size to it. But this is two weight. And you know what, um, Shell, I have not used any of their cotton yet. I have, oh, that is not true. I have used their sugar wheel cotton. I love that sugar wheel cotton. Love, love, love it. It's beautiful. So anyway, so the how do you determine what to get? I go by color and then how it feels. Now I understand there's many people that don't live in an area where they could just go into a store and um, and see what's out there, you know, to be able to touch it and feel it, and they have to rely on word of mouth from others, or they um, have to go online, and you have to, yeah, yeah, it is hard. It's hard for many people, and that's why I try to do yarn videos, you know, to show you yarn so that you can determine if it's something that you would want to use or not. You know, so if you do order your yarn from somewhere and you can order some of the bigger name brands, um, I want to show you something. Let me see. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, do you remember I did a yarn comparison with the latte, not the latte, the Huga yarn and the um, yarn bee, yarn bee romantique. Did any of you watch that video? Because I want to give an update on that video, or that yarn, I should say. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, anytime, and this is what I want to stress. If there's a yarn, I mean, I pretty much know all the yarns, even though there's tons of different kinds back there. Um, if there's a yarn that you've never used before and you want to know something about it, if I have it, I will bring it out and show you. Okay, so please, um, if you want to know now, or you're watching a video or whatever it is, and you see something, ask me and I will be more than happy to show you. Okay, and I'll get it out and I'll get it as close to the camera as I can so that you can see it. Okay, for those of you that watched it, they okay, when you crochet it up, it looks almost identical. The romantique is slightly larger. It's about a half a centimeter in some places, and up to a centimeter in other places. Eyeballs, people, please. Um, Thank you, Sin. There are places. All right. Sin, they're keeping you very busy. Is anybody else a mod that can take care of some of this mess that's going on? I don't know what happened. Joe, hold on. I'll give it just a minute because I want to talk to y'all about this. And I don't want, I don't know, Pat. I don't know. Yeah. You want me to keep talking and let the mods just deal with it? It's just really bugging me because it's slowing down all the chat. Okay, so I'll try to ignore. Okay, I'll try to ignore. Um, yeah, I know, Beth. Yeah, right. Hold on, Beth. I'm gonna make you a mod. Yep. Yeah. Who knows? It's just okay. So, The yarn that I compared, they worked up pretty much the same, and I liked working with both of them. They both felt the same. Now the Romantique had fewer yards in it, but it would kind of even itself out in the long run um, because there were it was thicker. So anyway, um, then what I didn't show you guys is that then I had to frog it, and oh my goodness, that frogging, it was awful with the Romantique. With the good grief. uh, how do I do that? How do I unhide? Does the person who did it have to do it? Um, I don't know who hid you, Jane, and I don't know how to undo it. I know, Cynthia, I did that, and it's not letting me do anything. Oh, Mare, I know you didn't mean to, honey. Okay, let's go back. Hi, Sherry. You have just walked into you don't know what. Oh, hi, Michelle. I'm just, I can't block them. Well, maybe I can. No. Y'all are on the ball. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I know, Sherry, right? All I want to do is talk about yarn. uh, okay. I'm gonna continue talking. So after I actually frogged both yarns. No, did I frog both? I did. I frogged the yarn bee, and thought, okay, you can't like put it all back together. Um, yeah, they do, Sherry. You're right. Okay, it looks like the majority of them have moved on. Let's hope. Um, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna wind it up on my ball winder. And so I started winding it up. I know, crazy. Um, so, uh, so okay. Uh, I know y'all are really busy today. Y'all are on the GOB. That's a whole nother story. So I started, and guess what? About 3 feet from the end of that yarn was the biggest knot. The biggest knot. And I thought, this is ridiculous. Okay, I can understand if there's a knot or even two in a skein of 300, 3 or 400 yards. But for 82, 83 yards, I mean, that's crazy. That is really crazy. Okay, Jill. Jill, thank you. I'm so sorry. Yes, you are out of timeout, Jane. Jill, thanks for coming. Oh, man. I hope everybody's back now. I'm so sorry for all that. I know it's not something I did. Oh, that's so sad. Well, anyway, I took it back. I took it back to um, Hobby Lobby. No problem. It was no problem. In fact, they didn't even question me. I had the knot out, so they could see it. And so I went back and I said, "Do I have to get more of this yarn?" And they said, "No, just get anything worth the same amount." So, hugs to you, Jill. Thank you for coming. Um, so I went back and got something that I wanted to get. And it was, I'll show you. It was a pretty yarn. I've been wanting to use this. Um, and it's another yarn bee, but it's called Warm and Cozy. And it has acrylic and polyester and nylon in it, but it kind of has a wool feel to it, and it just feels really nice. So I, I've already started and frogged something, and so I just frogged it and put it back in a thing, and it does look warm and cozy. Excuse me while I put it back in its bin there. So what else was I going to say? So then there was something else. What was it? It it was another yarn that I got from. Oh yeah, it was that the yarn that I'm using for my project for my sweater. This ice cream yarn. So I pull it out and start working it, and there are not one, not two, but three knots. No, no, excuse me. That's completely wrong. They oh, well that's interesting. Learn something new every day. Hey Ladybug Taffy. So I went, and how they have the little end out. Well, the end didn't come out, so I had to kind of pull the middle out. And I thought, oh, okay. And I started to unwind it. It was a cut. It was cut off. Y'all, it was cut off. Yes, we can see you. Hi, Keely. So get this. There was a bunch of yarn about this big of yarn barf. Okay, in the middle. Somebody had pulled it out, cut it, and shoved it back in. Can you believe it? That was just crazy. It was crazy. So, anyway, and they exchanged it. Good thing they had only one skein left. So I bought it, and now I'm pretty far along. And I'll probably have to do a video here in a little bit. Yeah, well, that's what it is, yarn barf. At least it's not green like Joe showed me last night. See, that's the first. Honestly, that's the first time I've ever taken any yarn back, and to have it taken back in both stores that I went to. I went to both Hobby Lobby and Michael's on the same day, and that happened to this. That was, wait a minute, did I go the same day? No, it wasn't the same day. I'm sorry, it wasn't the same day. But still, that's yucky. Oh, you were in the naughty corner. Okay, so what else do I have to talk about? Does anybody Has anybody heard um, of a certain yarn that they've never seen before and that would like for me to see if I have it? Thank you for posting pictures, Shell Shell. I'll look at them here in just a minute. I have a few minutes here, and I've got all kinds of different yarn. Red Heart Mistletoe. I do not have that. Sorry, Whisper. That sounds like it's a seasonal yarn, though, isn't it? Is it a seasonal yarn? It's the red, green. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody else? I mean, I do have some, yeah, I do have latte cakes, Karen cakes. I've got Karen Karen cotton cakes. I think that's a cotton cake. I've got different red hearts. I've got um, some kind of mandalas, and I got several different ones. Um, of the Hobby Lobby. If anybody needs that, I've got also just some different kinds of yarns from other places. Anyway, just let me know if there's something that you wanted to see. Cookie yarn, is that part of the Karen collection? Carmen, if you look on the labels, and it's not always like this, okay? I want to say that it's not always like that, but um, if you look on the labels, if it's made in Turkey, it generally is softer than made in China or America. Okay, have a fantabulous day yourself. I love you, Joe. I love you, really. I do not have any Hobie yarns or Hobium yarns. And by the way, if you haven't heard, Hobium has started back up a new company. Okay, there was another one. Somebody was asking um, about a hometown. I do have some hometown. Um, it might not be the same color. Um, you know what? I'm going to write it down though because it's like in a bin. All right, so I'm going to write that down. Ugh. Oh, yeah, you're right, Keely. You can use a larger hook. Um, but sometimes if you have to, depends on the gauge, right? Team spirit, I've not, I think I've heard of that. I have not gotten any of that. Sorry. I don't have a whole lot of red heart. I have just basic super saver and like with love. And who was asking about the hometown USA? Just so I can make a notation of it. Ooh, Cynthia. Sherry's calling you out. That's very sweet, Sherry. Is my other Sherry from String Stretchin' still there? Premier Puzzle. I walk past it every single day. Every single day when I'm at work. Because I keep thinking, I want to get some of that. I want to get some of that. But I'll tell you why I don't have it. I will tell you why I don't have it. Whoopsies. It's because it's a 5-weight yarn, and I I usually work with 4, sometimes 1, sometimes 3. What? Oh, yeah, Pat, how did that turn out? With you were going to buy that yarn from that one lady, that ice yarns. How did that turn out? I love yarn when it's soft and squishy. I tell you what, that's one of my problems is that if I'm using a yarn that I really love that I don't have any more of, sometimes I will frog it just so I can use it a little bit longer. Confessions, deep confessions of a yarnaholic. You're welcome, Carmen. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, shell, you know what you could, if you have enough of it, what I think it would make would be a great sweater, like a long sweater vest. That would be really cool. That's what I was thinking about. Actually, that's what I was thinking about making with it. But I think I had to. Oh, she did. That's so sad, Pat. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, it is. You're right, Mayor. It is more like a soft, not a soft, but a smaller 5. Yeah, I have been eyeballing it, but see, there's only a certain amount of yardage in it, and I would need probably 4 skeins of that Premier Puzzle. And that puzzle yarn was by Carmen. Thank you for popping in. Ferris wheel I have, and I think I've used it on something. I don't know what I did with it. Becky, do you like using the 3-weight yarn? Yeah, Pat, I know you can get it at Walmart, and that's where I saw it, but I would have to spend almost $30 on that yarn in order to um, make something that I want to make with it, because I think it would be beautiful as a long, um, like one of those longer sweater. Yeah, I think it was. Sherry from the Strength Stretching Studio. How many whips do you have going right now? And who tell me who I know I'd have to go back and look at the playback, but who asked about the Hometown USA? I would like to know so I can find that and pull it out. Oh, that does sound very pretty. Mare, what size hook do you use when you do that? Sounds like you'd have to use like a K or an L, maybe an M, because that's a 5 weight, and then um, good for you, Sherry. Yeah, I almost finished two things, and so I put it on the back burner and started something else. I have to say, my Walmart selection is really good, and I actually love my Walmart. They always I know the guys that and they're basically men that work there in that section. He keeps it so neat. I love it. Beth at Yarny Cat. Okay, thank you. Oh, I see. I see. I understand what you mean now. Okay. And that's why I love. Oh, Zini leaving. Okay, honey. Thank you. Great visiting with you. Really? I love that ombre. It's so beautiful. Are you talking about the big Skeins? I love. I haven't used. Oh yeah, I've started using mine on my temperature blanket, and it's so beautiful. But they're big. They're the bigger value one. Nancy, did you find that online or in the store? In the store? 9. Oh my goodness. Was it okay? So you're saying they were the smaller size, right? Like the regular Super Saver, not the jumbo. Thank you, sweet Melissa. Oh, I don't blame you, Nancy. I would have done the same. I would have done it too. Because those bigger yarns, they were, I think they were like $6, 5.97 or something like that. Let me see where mine is. You got this stuff for, oh my goodness, you got this stuff. That is 10 ounces for $2. Was it in a clearance section? Because this is 10 ounces. And it's not, oh man. Oh, so it was in clearance. Oh my word, man, I need to pop over there then this evening. I have to go this evening because it will go fast. Did I see Dana in here? Dee, oh honey, yeah, you missed everything. She was saying, Tracy, she was saying it was at Walmart. Cynthia, what were you saying? I did what? Oh, that's okay. Oh, wow. See, I would get everything if they had it on sale. I would buy all of that ombre because it is softer than the regular Super Saver, and I love these colors. They're beautiful. And for 482 yards, that would make something major good. That's all right. Let them do their thing. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to go out tonight. That's for sure. One more reason to go out to eat. Yeah, that's what Sherry, that's what I was thinking. Mine doesn't have, I mean, they have it, but they didn't have it on clearance when I was there on Saturday. All right, Beth, if I go to Walmart tonight, I'm going to go ahead and buy a thing of puzzle yarn. I might have to get two so I can actually do something. And I will do some kind of a review next time I have a podcast, okay? So hold tight for that. I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to write that down. And Beth, what color of that Hometown USA were you looking at? Yes, I love Red Heart with Love. Love, love, love Red Heart with Love. Yeah, same with me, Sherry. I didn't like it. Beth, I know you said something. Oh, thank you. It turned out really neat, didn't it, Tracy? I love it. Aspen tweed. Okay. I know I have a couple different kinds. I just don't know what kind. Hi, Donna. I'm sorry I missed you. Oh, Keely, it depends on the yarn, depends on how it's spun, it depends on if it's mixed with something. Hey, Jan. Okay, we had talked about stashes and all that stuff earlier in the earlier in the live, and right now we're on to different types of yarn, and I wanted to know if there was if there was anything somebody wanted to see that I maybe had, um, that I might be able to show you what it looks like. Oh, hi, Sandy. That's very sweet of you. I'm not there, definite. I'm not precious. Not to everybody though. Feels like butter. Got it. Jan, hold tight. I got that one. All right. I was able to get it. I was able to get it without toppling Fancy right there. You know, she okay. Okay. So here is Feels Like Butter, okay, by Lion Brand. And let me tell you the specs on it real quick. It's 100% polyester, okay? And let's see here. It's considered a 4-weight yarn. Now, it's that chain spun. Let me see if I find. I'm like seeing if I can stretch it out just a little bit so that you can see it, okay? It's not what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? It's not mm, well, here, let me just see if you can see. I'll hold it real still. It's it's kind of like chain spun, if you will, okay? And it's very, very soft. Oh, I'm sorry. How many yards? It has 500. This one has 590 yards, and it's 9.7 ounces. Um, it recommends what? A 4 millimeter? No way. Mm-mm, no way. This is a 5.5, anywhere between 5 to 6, 6.5, even depending. Okay. Let me see if I can get. Okay, there you go. You can see a little bit of the fiber. Okay, great. You're welcome. Are you talking to me, Beth? And Sandy, who are you talking to? Squish, squish, squish. You should see. It was funny when I got this other one. Yeah, and it makes it a little bit tufted. You know what I mean? How thick? It's they're considering it a 4-weight yarn. They're considering it a 4-weight yarn. And this is what I like to do with these. I feel like Princess Leia. Oh, okay, okay. No, this, are you talking about the Feels Like Butter? Dana, are you talking about Feels Like Butter? Because this is a 4-weight. And it's definitely a 4-weight. Definitely a 4-weight. So I was able to show that one. Yes, Keely, you're right. You're right. I love squishing. I love squishing yarn. Okay. Yeah, this channel has been plagued. I mean, this live, I should say, this live has been plagued by trolls for a good, what, guys, maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes? Yeah, Donna was whacking away. I mean, really. Dana, did you need to know about any other yarns that I might have that I can talk to you about or show you? Kobu, there's a Kobu yarn that is there was some on clearance. Um, and I have some. Let me see. Does anybody need to see the Kobu, which is cotton bamboo blend? Cotton blended ice yarn. Let me see. No cotton blended ice yarn. Sorry, Dana. This is the Kobu, if anybody would like to see it. Oh, True Boo. No, I haven't used that. So this is the Kobu. This is what it looks like up close. And it was on clearance for $2.50. They're normally close to $4 or $5. It has 232 yards. And I was thinking, well, this is they're considering it looks to be about a 2 or 3 weight. Okay, it's a 3 weight yarn. And I think I'm going to use this to make use this in conjunction. I have a pretty coral color that I'm going to make like a top for the summer out of this olive, and then I think it's called olive. Yeah, olive and a other color. Let's see here. I don't know. Granny, what have you, Granny, Dee, what have you made with the Kobu yarn? Yeah, Sherry, I know. That's why I waited until it was on sale. And now they've got some really beautiful new colors in like teals and turquoises. Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, Karen and Brian, hi, Fiber Hearts. I love you guys. I did a hi Karen, how are you? I know, but you know what? I Here's the thing. It has so many yarns in it. Oh, Jane, look here. I didn't even see that. Did you see that? I'm sure you did. It's approved by Knitted Knockers. So, yeah, that is really cool. Didn't see that before. I got a yarn that looks like little pearls and it's really soft. I got it as a gift. I don't know. I'm not sure, hon. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you got it. I can see why they would like it because it really is very soft and it's durable, you know? Oh, and let's go back to the yardage. For 232 yards, think about an acrylic yarn. Okay, if you think about an acrylic yarn for 232 yards, um, I don't have one right. Oh, this is a perfect match. Okay, so 232 yards for Kobu, 232 yards for this Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Pill Fiber. Okay, um, both both of them. Um, this one weighs more. Okay, this is 3.5. No, I'm sorry, that's not right. This is 5 ounces. Well, this one feels heavier. I don't know why, but this is 3.99. This one was normally what did I say? Like close to $5, I think. Karen and Brian, we started off at the very beginning of the live stream. We talked about yarn stashes and where you store your yarn and how you store it and how do you come up with yeah, it could be, Karen, it could be. Right. Whisper, that's what I was thinking. I think, okay, you know what? It's going to depend on what you're going to use it for. Okay. Like, you would spend the money to use it if you were going to be using it for prostheses, right? I mean, you wouldn't you wouldn't want to use acrylic for that. You would want to use this. And so you wouldn't mind paying the same price, right? Oh, we had a dickens of a time earlier, all those that just came in here in the last 20 minutes because we had trolls for like ah no kind of or well, do you know where things are, Karen? Tell me how you come up with why do you buy your for your stash and how do you decide what to get? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you've got the closet space, oh, that would be great. Wow. Jane, when you make the prostheses, do you use a certain color? That's okay, Dee. We got it taken care of. It took us a while, but we got it. Hi, Shannon. Yeah, and if you, I mean, even if you just get some like bins or boxes, even just mark it on the side what's in them. That way you can have them piled up and you'd still know what was in them. Oh, Karen. Well, that's a good idea, Jane. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's been an hour and a half, and I probably, um, yeah, business on the outside, party on the inside, right? I want to get on my phone on my Walmart app and see if they have that yarn on sale. Oh, thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that. That is very sweet of you. Thank you guys for everything that you mean to me, all of you guys. Um, oh, Whisper, I got ideas, girl. Cotton yarn scraps. That's what I did that bag out of right there. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody, and a great week coming up. And President's Day is tomorrow. I know some people are going to have off, and I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I will plan on doing a couple of videos this week because I do want to welcome my newer subscribers and I want to show off some of this yarn. Okay. So have a great week, guys. Bye.